4/1 Ordering Commando, he's got enough white mana that he's going to survive pretty much any combat.
Right. He's just going to attrition a guy every turn until Antonino plays that other Steamcore weird in his hand. And takes out the... Got a Halcyon Glaze. He's got 2 Snapping Drakes that have just been waiting to get in the game.
Well, if you remember, Antonino discarded on turn 3.
Yep.
He mulliganed to 6. He kept a draw with just a mountain in it. Played no lane on turn 2. Played no lane on turn 3, and was forced to discard. Finally to a second lane and a third. He's just been struggling to get into this game the whole time.
Looks like he's thinking about playing the Halcyon Glaze this turn, realizing he's going to lose.
What, doesn't have any mana, right?
Well, I'm saying for his next turn. He's just trying to figure out his plays. Or was he attacking? He's going to leave everybody back.
Yeah, he had to decide whether to attack with the Equinox or not. Decided, this is not worth it. I think he knows his hand is good.
Throw everybody in the way.
He just has to, not die here.
But he can't put 6 damage in front of the, he can't put 6 damage in front of the
I think he's worried that Trumpeter shuts down one guy. If, like, a haste creature comes out of nowhere,
sure.
If he attacks with Equinox and Shuhei drops a haste creature, he will just lose.
The Abyss takes down another guy.
I like Antonino's play. I mean, I think his hand is good enough that if he lives to take advantage of it, he feels like he's in a winning position. And Shuhei plays...
Looks like a Tin Street Hooligan.
Tin Street Hooligan. No artifacts.
Simply no green to blow him up with.
Oh, it's a 2/1.
It's simply a 2/1.
2/1 for 2. Mana Crow's pretty important, so. Antonino untaps.
There's another land. He's obviously
land number 6.
Yes, he did. He's obviously going to kill that Trumpeter this turn. But he's still going to lose a guy here.
The good news is he can leave mana up for Oathsworn Jury, finally.
Right.
Potentially use that to counter a creature. It's going to get munched by the Commando, though. What's his long-term plan against Commando? Shuhei has a bunch of white mana still untapped, so he can't weird it.
The Commando is going to be
He only has one Steamcore weird left in his hand. So.
I feel like that has to go to the Trumpeter. Although I guess
eventually doesn't he need to get into a combat where he forces Shuhei to commit all his white mana to the Commando so he can Steamcore weird it?
Do you think the Commando is more important to Steamcore than? Yeah,
I'm not
at
sure.
This point, it may be. I mean, the Thunderstorm Trumpeter is still letting him. Nope.
He decides he has to wear the
answered the
Trumpeter.
question for us.
I think that's right because the Trumpeter makes it so much harder for him to block the Commando. Like he can't ever. I don't know what his chances are of actually getting into the combat where he forces Shuhei to commit all that white mana.
Right. The Commando's going to come in every turn.
Yeah, that's the crazy part here is that can he actually just keep feeding creatures to Commando and attacking with flyers? If he'd had mana earlier if he just had a second flyer in play, attacking alongside that Equinox, this plan would work. I don't know if he has time. What does he have in his deck that can deal with that Commando? Anything? It doesn't have any Riot Spikes or anything. That's what he wants.
Yeah, he definitely... Riot Spikes is a very underappreciated card still. Oh. That is a Squealing Devil. That's going to make the Tin Street Hooligan big, and it's going to give him a fearful creature for future turns. So both... He has to
block both. Shuhei...
Why wouldn't he have countered
the Squealing...
Well, he couldn't counter the Squealing Devil that turn, because that would also put him to 1.
Well, I mean, he could have gone to 1.
He could have gone to 1.
He could have sacked, I think...
Then he has no answer for the Fear guy next turn.
Right.
He has to draw a bounce spell here. And look, and Guardian of the Guild Pack he just drew. Guardian of the Guild Pack will hold off...
protected from monocolored.
But he has no answer to the Squealing Devil now.
I think I would have countered the Squealing Devil.
I think he has to. I mean...
if he countered the Squealing Devil, he'd be facing a Tin Street Hooligan. Yeah, he's got no answer. Scoops him up. Oh, well. Mana Screw destroys Antonino DeRosa. His deck had tremendous card quality, but he just couldn't get the cards out of his hand and onto the table.
Despite 18 lands. That must be very frustrating for him. But he made a great game of it. It looked like he was 1 or 2 turns... Like if he'd drawn a land 1 or 2 turns sooner, it looked like he could have pulled that off. Guardian of the Guild Pack, that's going to be that's very good against the Commando. And that was a big card this weekend also. It's just very, very effective. It's essentially a flyer. It just holds the ground against most creatures. I mean, even all the Guild Pack creatures. You think that they're multicolored, but so many of them are. He's bringing in a Palliation Accord, which is... I mean, again, even when a trumpeter, any kind of action or against two Minister of Impediments and a trumpeter.
Oh, yeah.
That card's very interesting.
Oh, that's pretty smart.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. He doesn't know that he has both,
but he's called trumpeter.
He saw two of the three for sure.
That's funny. Nice side. That's actually pretty smart. That's a card that every time I get past it, I'm looking at it, I'm like, would this be good? When would I play this?
It's definitely a very playable card. It never seems to want to go into your main deck.
Okay.
And I don't know why. I don't know that I think that it may be one of those cards that just continues to go up in value as you become more and more experienced with the draft and understand what cards you can take it over. I think right now there's just a lot of other cards that seem more alluring, but that may just prove to be a necessary card in this format.
Matt Wang has asked you to do a little dance, by the way.
I'll do a little dance when I get home.
He's apparently awake, though, at 5:49 in the morning.
Matt is a night owl. He's usually on Magic Online all night. Matt's my partner in Top 8 Magic.
Right.
And, Matt was a Pro Tour player. I think he top 32 Pro Tour Dallas.
All right.
People get to see me screw up.
He's been playing. He almost came here along with a lot of the other guys to LCQ this weekend.
Yeah, there were a bunch of New York.
Banged up his knee and wasn't able to make the trip. So
there was a bunch of the New York crowd that came out just to play the LCQ and hang out.
Not really, they came to hang out. I mean, the LCQ was kind of like a scratch-off lottery ticket. I mean, 411 players.
Yeah, that was crazy. 400 people showed up for the last chance qualifier.
It was big. I mean, you saw Prague in the opening scroll as we did. I mean, the city is just beautiful. You guys are 2 for 2 on venues and locales this year. Prague is just lovely. It's one of the most beautiful cities I've ever been in. Just everything about it's been breathtaking.
It's a pretty bold statement.
I play first, okay?
Yeah. I do not disagree. So an update on what's going on in the other matches. Takuya Osawa and Joe Crosby are mired in a long game 1. Similarly, Quentin Martin and Kristen Hutenberger seem to be mired. They're still in game 1 as well. Shuhei Nakamura is up a game on Antonino DeRosa right here, and Aaron Brackman took a blisteringly fast game 1 from Rasmus Seabass.
Turn 5 Gleam Crawler.
That'll do it.
You already had the Magic Pro Tour sticker.
Well, one of the nice things about the Pro Tour Top 8s is we do play 5 games, so you don't.
Right.
It minimizes the damage of a mana screw or mana flood in one game. It gives you a little more opportunity for your deck to perform optimally.
Good point.
So DeRosa, if this was a Grand Prix, maybe 2 or 3, Antonino might be a little more sweaty here.
So look who's covering this match, by the way. Antonino DeRosa he's a little superstitious. I don't know if he's very superstitious.
I think he's
very superstitious. So he believes he never loses when Ted Knudsen covers his matches. He's in crunch matches, like late in the Grand Prix Top 8s, he's something like 10-0 when Knudsen is covering.
Wow.
And so yesterday, as the Swiss was playing out the last rounds, he went to Knudsen and he demanded that Knudsen cover his feature match. And now here in the top 8, there's Ted. Teddy Card Game sitting there. Antonino has his lucky coverage reporter.
So it sounds like we could probably pass that along to Whitney, do a little budget saving on the trip. We'll make Antonino pay for Ted's flights.
He would do it. He would absolutely do it if it meant Ted was going to cover him.
We got a Silkwing
Scout. Shuhei on the draw had to play a turn 2 Karu
and discarded an Eidolon.
Forced to discard. Discarding an Eidolon, not that bad. He gets that back as soon as he plays a multicolor spell. I know you're a big fan of the Eidolon.
I am. I have an overdue article on the Eidolons
Dark
this
Blast
week.
on Silkwing Scout.
He's going to burn for 1 there. He had to do it off his Black Soul with an Orzhov Basilica. Dark Blast sounds like it was a last-minute. Looked like it was going to be a late scratch where he was going to put a Castigate in for that Dark Blast, and then at the last minute decided to put it back in. And
that doesn't make any sense to me.
I guess it didn't make any sense to Shuhei Nakamura either.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Antonino DeRosa tapped 4 lands and replicated a train of thought to draw 2 cards.
And we're just going to see.
Shuhei is going to bring out a Squealing Devil. 2/1 Fear.
DeRosa's got.
Fear's pretty good against blue-white, but not when you have this many cycle weirds.
As soon as he started tapping the mana, Shuhei just picked up his Squealing Devil and put it in the graveyard. He didn't even wait to see what it was.
How many weird? Did he see all 3 weirds last game?
Yes, he did. Because he had to use the 3rd weird to kill. That's gotta feel a little.
Yeah.
Disheartening.
He did manage to win the game, but
you don't feel good
about
being